over 100 hours of research before going into the Van Cleef store to get my very first Vintage Alhambra necklace, because I wanted to make sure that I was picking the right item and an item that I wouldn't end up regretting down the line. Hello, my name is Arena, and in today's video, I share 7 practical tips to choosing your perfect Van Cleef necklace based on my extensive research and personal experience. Whether you're picking out your first piece or adding to your collection, these tips will help you make a confident choice, ensuring you have zero regrets in your purchase. Tip number 1 is book an appointment in advance. My husband and I learned this the hard way when we walked into the store on a busy Saturday without an appointment. Thankfully, we beat the rush and avoided waiting in line, but the overall experience was less than ideal. Unlike others who made appointments and had dedicated essays provide quality and personalized service, the store manager helped me as well as some of the other walk-ins who came in at around the same time. And he was juggling between myself and other clients and constantly going back and forth, helping multiple groups. And you could tell that he was visibly overwhelmed and stressed by the walk-ins. So I definitely felt rushed and felt like I couldn't properly try on all the pieces that I wanted to try. Another downside is if you don't make an appointment, you run the risk of not getting the item that you had your eye on. It's not like all the stores have an unlimited quantities of all the different types of items. For example, the store only had this one chalcedony necklace that they got the day before. And thankfully, because again, I beat the rush, I was able to see and ended up purchasing it. This meant that other people who were waiting outside missed out on the opportunity to get this necklace. In short, booking an appointment ensures that you get the quality attention and service you need, helps you avoid waiting in line, and increases your chances of securing the item that you want. So I highly recommend that you book an appointment in advance, and you can easily do this by going on the Van Cleef website and booking an appointment at any of their boutiques worldwide. Tip number 2, consider the occasion for your necklace. Carefully consider when you plan to wear your Van Cleef necklace. Will it be more of an everyday necklace that you wear daily, or is it something that you plan on reserving for special occasions only? Think about whether you want this to be more of a versatile piece, perhaps one that is more neutral in color and can complement any outfit, or more of a bold statement piece. Identifying its use case and purpose up front will help you narrow down your options and ensure that you pick the right necklace suited for your lifestyle. In my case, I was specifically looking for an everyday piece, so I wanted something that was more neutral and durable, which brings me to my next tip. Tip number 3, factor in the durability of each stone. A great tool for assessing the toughness and durability of the Van Cleef stone is the Mohs hardness scale, which is a ruler that measures how tough and durable the stones are. It goes from 1 to 10, with 1 being the softest and 10 being the hardest. It helps measure how easily the stone can be scratched or damaged by other stones. By understanding where each stone falls on the scale, you can compare the relative toughness and hardness. For example, diamonds ranked at number 10 on the Mohs scale are the most durable minerals, while the Van Cleef carnelian stone is rated at a 7, making it a relatively tough stone, tougher than steel or a knife. In contrast, mother of pearl, all the way on the bottom, is the most delicate Van Cleef stone. It's as soft as a fingernail, which makes it particularly prone to scratches compared to other Van Cleef stones. The Van Cleef website also offers helpful care instructions for each piece, and I've also compiled a quick guide to share with all of you next. Starting from the top, the mother of pearl ranks a 2.5 to 4 on the Mohs hardness scale. It is considered the most delicate stone, and it's very prone to scratches, and it's highly sensitive to water, which can cause shrinkage. And the general recommendation is to avoid stacking, avoid contact with other stones, and to avoid contact with water. Next is the malachite, which ranks about a 3 to 4 on the Mohs hardness scale. It is highly sensitive to humid heat and water, and it's prone to scratches, discoloration, cracking, and shrinkage. And the recommendation is to avoid stacking as well as avoid wearing the piece in hot, humid settings. Next is the turquoise, which ranks 5 to 6 on the Mohs hardness scale. It is also still a sensitive stone, sensitive to sun, direct light, and sweat, and it's prone to discoloration. So the recommendation by VCA is to store the item in a closed case away from direct light. Next on the list is the chalcedony, which is about a 6.5 to 7 on the Mohs hardness scale. This is considered a relatively resistant stone that is easy to care for. And next on the list, we have the carnelian, the agate, onyx, and the tiger eye. These all rank about a 7 on the Mohs hardness scale, and these are all relatively resistant stones that are easy to care for. I did want to call out that for the onyx, it is easy to see fingerprints, so highly recommend that you polish the item or consider a different item if that bugs you. And the VCA care recommendation for carnelian is to avoid wearing in a hot, humid setting. And the overall VCA care recommendations for all of their stones is to store them separately from other jewelry pieces in a case lined with fabric to avoid abrasion and damage. VCA also recommends that you avoid direct contact with perfumes, lotions, and hand sanitizer to prevent the dullling of the stone. VCA also recommends that you avoid wearing the piece during any sporting activity to avoid shocks and damage. I highly recommend using my durability chart and weighing it against my previous tip of considering the necklace occasion. If you're looking for an everyday piece, consider some of the more tougher stones like the chalcedony, carnelian, onyx, agate, or the tiger's eye. For special occasions, the mother of pearl or the malachite, although very delicate pieces, could be great options. Tip number 4, don't overlook the importance of your skin tone. People with cooler tones tend to look better in silver or white gold jewelry, whereas people with warmer tones, yellow gold or rose gold tends to be more flattering. And if you're neutral tones, you really can't go wrong with any jewelry, so you have a much wider selection to choose from. Personally, as someone with a cool skin tone, I find the chalcedony necklace in the white gold chain with the cool bluish stone to be a little bit more flattering than something like the carnelian, which is the reddish orange stone with the yellow gold chain. If you're unsure of your skin tone, there's plenty of information out there that will help you determine your skin tone. I highly recommend figuring it out, as it can make a huge difference in finding your perfect piece. That brings me to my next tip. Tip number 5, try on different pieces to find out what looks and feels the best on you. What looks good on others might not have the same effect on you, and vice versa, what looks absolutely stunning on you might look less flattering on other people. Skin tone plays a huge part in this, so don't pay too much attention on what looks good on other people. Keep an open mind and try on a variety of pieces. You might be surprised to find that a variation that you hadn't even considered ends up being the one that you love the most. This is exactly what happened to me with my chalcedony. I went in thinking that I was going to get something else, tried this on, and absolutely fell in love. So the best piece of advice I can offer here is to try on as many different pieces to find out what works the best for you. Tip number 6, consider the popularity of the variation that you're eyeing. As a general rule, the more popular pieces, whether it be luxury jewelry, handbags, or clothing, tend to attract more fakes and dupes in the market. Mother of pearl and onyx are probably the top 2 most popular Van Cleef necklaces, and as a result, there are many dupes and replicas out there. If you want something that stands out more, you might want to consider a different necklace outside of mother of pearl and onyx. However, if this doesn't bother you, then by all means go for either of them, because these are their signature pieces and they are absolutely stunning. My 7th and final tip is take advantage of the free chain extension. Van Cleef offers a free chain extension for up to 1 year from the date of purchase. The Vintage Alhambra necklace comes with 2 clasps for adjustable sizing, but a lot of people, myself included, find the longest setting to be a little bit too short. I find this to be the case when I'm wearing a more bulkier top like a knitted sweater. I find that the necklace sits at an awkward height and it feels a little bit misplaced. I didn't get the chain due to some logistical challenges given that I bought this in Vancouver when I live in Seattle, and the store didn't offer to deliver the item to the United States, so then that would require me to go back to Canada, which seemed too much of a hassle. However, I highly recommend that you take advantage of this offer if you can. It's a simple, free way to increase the versatility and wearability of the piece. And it's free if you make the adjustment within a year. Once the 1-year mark passes, Van Cleef will still do the chain extension, but there will be a charge associated with it. I'm actually planning to get mine extended the next time I go to California. And that is it, my friends. I hope these 7 tips were helpful and provided some guidance to help you select your next Van Cleef necklace. If you have any questions or want to share any of your tips, please feel free to share them in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel where I'll continue to make videos of this kind. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!